Good morning from sunny and still pretty hot Arizona. I'm Alene, I'm a jewelry designer, and today we're going to talk about Red Creek Jasper. I'm wearing a little bit of it today, as you can see, and we're going to look at the stones a little bit closer here in just a minute, but I just wanted you to see a couple of the pieces. Red Creek Jasper was discovered in mainland China, in northern China, about 9 years ago. And it was named Red Creek because there was a creek running through it called the Red Creek. So that's a lot of names a lot of stones get their name through location. So this particular one is considered a jasper, and it's just a little bit softer than most jaspers. So for that reason, most of these stones have been what we call stabilized. And the stabilization basically is just giving it either a resin coating or some other process that hardens it just enough and keeps it from fracturing. So that's kind of important. Now there are a couple of different types of color combinations that you're going to see, because it's just the nature of any kind of stone you're pulling out of the ground. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit so that you can see these stones a little bit closely, and we'll talk about them. Let's see, I think this will work. The combinations you'll see are the deeper colors like you see on this one. I'm not going to show you this other one first because I think it's easier to see. Yeah, this shows you the deeper colors. It's got a lot of the hunter greens in it. Some will have even more green than this. And then of course what I call Merlot, which is burgundy, I guess. And then the caramels. So that's the deeper colors that you will see. And there's another piece here that kind of gives you a really good feel for it, if you can get a good idea there. The other way you'll see it is the brighter kind of oranges colors, the caramels and the oranges. This happens to be my favorite as far as the combination, but that's just me. I like the others too. Here's another one you can see maybe better. The oranges are so beautiful. All of them look kind of like a landscape painting, so that's what's kind of fun about these gems. The other thing I wanted you to know about this is that it is said to, metaphysically, it is said to help us in relaxation, and it's also help us in balancing, and that's when you wear the piece. It's supposed to help balance our system. So it's kind of nice to know. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. I actually ended up naming it for the pieces that I made. I ended up naming it the Enchanted Woodland collection. And the reason I did that was because it reminded me so much of walking through a beautiful enchanted forest with all of these deep fall colors, and imagining that I see an elf peeking out from one of the trees, obviously to make it enchanted. So so that's my collection, and of course you can see those on my website when the link will be below. Now, as far as taking care of your Red Creek Jasper pieces, that if you own one or you're thinking of purchasing one, keep in mind that it is a little softer than some of the other stones, like any kind of an amethyst. So you don't want to store it like all together with those, because what will happen is it could crack it or fracture it, and of course you don't want that to happen. So just store it separately. If you're going to hang them up, make sure you hang it separately. I guess that's the best way to say it. And when you're going to clean it, you just want to use a warm cloth and water to clean it. Do not put in any kind of ultrasonic cleaner or dip it in that silver stuff that everybody seems to use these days. Don't do that, because that will over time destroy that gem. So if you need to clean the silver around it, use a cleaning cloth. There are lots of things available, and just make sure to take care of your jewelry. And I hope you enjoyed hearing a little about Red Creek Jasper. If you'd like to subscribe, I'll be talking about other gemstones. I'll also be talking about caring for your jewelry, tips on how to wear it, all kinds of things coming up. Thank you so much for joining me.